They nachos. Shout out my vatos. Shout out the hoes that's watching me like my vatos. Click, on them.
Yeah. This is your boy LaRon, female rapper Lee. I'm back with another video. Please make sure that you come in and you thumbs up this video. Please make sure that you hit the bell notification. Hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do an upload. I'm a little upset because, I keep my water like, sometimes I keep it in the car depending on if I just went shopping, but I have my water, right? So I took it out. I like my water room temperature. I don't like no cold ass water for some reason. Like this is a little tolerable because I put it in the freezer. It's just a little too cold to my liking. I like room temperature water. Like I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside. I want room temperature water. I like my fruit cold, but I want my shit room temperature for some reason. It feels better to me, to my body. And it also is a study on drinking ice cold water. It's not really good for your body anyway because it can kind of like shock your organs. So yeah, you research that. I already did my research. So I hope all of y'all having a good Saturday. I didn't listen today. What did I do? I had to go get a new cord for my mic because for some reason that's like my second cord that I got for this new mic. So I'm getting ready to do something different with it in the back, and I'm gonna actually use the XLR. But I didn't want to spend $100 today on that. I only went into the store to get a cord, and they was trying to sell me some other shit. And I was like, I was just this close because I be getting wrapped up. They was like, oh, the audio would be way better. I thought about it. I said, the audio is good enough now. I mean, of course, anything could be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're not about to get my money. So anyway, it's a link in the description of the video. Please make sure that you buy that Pound Town 2 on all platforms. There's also a link that I pinned in the comments of this chat. So make sure that you check that out. Make sure that you stream it. Make sure that you buy Pound Town 2 on all platforms. So yeah, check that out. It should be in the description. Let me check the description of the video on my phone. It's see if it's there. So listen, we're gonna talk about Cardi B. Let me tell you something. Like it's a lot of trickery going on with this rap shit, and it's a lot of fuck. This is why I won't let up. Like no, like I will never stop doing commentary. I won't. I don't know if they just be thinking like, oh, if especially people get excited, especially when they don't see you post for a few days. They be like, oh yeah, they probably just gave up. Nope, I'm never gonna give up. I don't give a fuck how many views or streams I get. I'm never gonna stop doing this because the people who get the message, they get it. They get it. And then, it is what it is. But you got to get to it while it's hot. So we out here because it's hot and motherfuckers is lying. Ebro is lying. Hot 97 is lying. You know what I'm saying? They talking about sold out. Let me tell you something. What you shouldn't do to a Nicki Minaj fan. I don't know if for some reason, they've said this for years since Nicki came out, and they've just been trying to like downplay her fans and be like, oh, all her fans is kids. Like them is kids. You arguing with kids. Like you can admit her fan base does range from like, children up to senior citizens. You understand what I'm saying? Her fan base ranges, but her fan base, number one, spends money, and number two, her fan base they're avid concert goers. So these niggas is online line talking about some sold out shit, and Ebro, he even tried to support it, talking about it's a resale. Where people who go to concerts at? If you go to a concert, do you know that once the tickets are sold out, how much do you see resale tickets for? Do you ever see resale tickets for cheap? Never. And then when you go to the Ticketmaster will promote and tell you that it's a resale. It's like these niggas be lying, and this all ties into why why their record is seemingly doing good on Apple Music, but it's not. Listen, we watched them hoes Friday going into Saturday, and let me go to iTunes now and see what's going on. Give me a second. Because I know they didn't get the number one over us. They didn't. And you had a whole video out. Imagine when I say us, yes, because it's Team Nicki. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all play a vital role in supporting these records, whether you don't feel like it or not. But if you open up your wallet, even if you ain't supporting on iTunes and you buying on different platforms, you're a part of the bigger picture. So I look at it as, yeah, like y'all niggas had a whole video. Like, what the fuck? Let me see what's going on. Let me go to my iTunes to see what's going on over here. Pound Town 2, still number 2. Still number 2. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these sales up. Like listen, I'm not playing with y'all. I need y'all to hit the link in this chat or the link in the description and listen. Come on, how is the Pound Town lyric video number 1 on iTunes? How they ain't get that? You understand what I'm saying? The shit is just weird. So let me read some of these comments before I move on. Let's see who's in the chat. I unplugged my because I got this different one. Maybe I got to get my other. No, because it's not going to work if I take that off. This is a wireless mic. But I need, see, this is why I need my other cord because it's fucking up the sanctity. Like Chika. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Ron, let's see. What's up, Bobby? What's up, Juju? I didn't like the first perfume and still bought it for my ex little sis. Which one? Oh, you talking about for the from Nicki? Yeah, because because you're gonna support. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Raina, I just turned 40 this year as well. See, the thing is, they think that we're stupid. Ain't no motherfuckers reselling no tickets for $160, and you got 100. You got section 118. Who the fuck do you think you talking to? A dummy? See, these people think that they could switch the shit around and they just don't know who they talking to. Y'all motherfuckers is sad. That shit should have been sold out already. And I'm gonna always go back to what the fuck I said. People don't see the value in paying $400 for Cardi B. They don't. I know she get delusional and she might put that makeup over that augmentated face, and you might think that, oh yeah, they want it. They want it. You know, I'm gonna give them a hot video, and then they gonna want it. They still don't want it. They don't. They want you for the $97 that sold out in the nosebleeds at the top. That's what they want. And for them to have to say that that shit was sold out to appease who? To appease who? Come on, man. That shit is trash. So anyway, first things first. Where do I want to go first? I think I want to go to this Chika situation. I feel like my computer is going slow since I unplugged my damn the Ethernet cord. The Wi-Fi is on. Let me make sure the Wi-Fi is on, but I like my shit when it gotta be hooked up. Like, see, this shit is moving slow. Tell me how to hold on a second. Let me know how to tell me how the sound. Tell me how like the quality of the sounds. Is it choppy? I don't give a fuck if it's choppy or not. I'm gonna still keep going. So I'm already out here, so I got to keep going. But I wanted to find something over here. Let's see. I wanted to find the original post where they first started talking. Well, I seen that yesterday. I'm so tired of seeing Saucy Santana face. Every time I see it, I just scroll. We read that yesterday. I'm trying to get to the part when he was going in on Chika. Let's see. Give me a second.
I haven't seen all the posts because I haven't been on the internet for good reason.
All right. Right. So anyway, y'all all know the situation that happened the other day. ZONNIQUE, she on the flight and she had her two kids and they was in first class. Chika, she was also on the flight and I guess one of the kids or both of them woke up and they were crying and then she was upset about it and she made some tweets that she had. I'm gonna go through that too. Hopefully they got everything on here. But so let's see. Somebody has said this. At first I thought this was ZONNIQUE. Like I don't even follow her at all. Like so they said you stupid fat bitc. That was me. You were oh no. So that my niece was referring to my niece ZONNIQUE baby. Okay, so that her baby was on there. What you know what I'm saying? Whatever. High overview. I just felt like this girl, she's always doing something crazy. Like, and it seems like she doesn't have like, I don't know if I want to say empathy or if it's just emotional intelligence. Like, why would you even feel like it was okay to get on the internet to even talk about kids crying? Like, and then the way that it was the whole classism thing of it as well. Like, we'll get into that. So anyway, this girl, Beautiful Rose, she said, "You stupid fat bitc. That was me you were sitting next to. So let me enlighten you dumb hoe." They weren't twin 1 year olds. One was 4 years old. One was a 4 year old, my 4 year old child, and the other crying baby you're referring to was my niece ZONNIQUE baby, and she is 2 years old. You're upset because she woke up for 3 minutes crying out her sleep like most fucking children. What? Like most fucking children. And I did immediately calm her by holding her and talking to her because it was dark as hell. I can't believe you are insensitive when she woke up once on a 5-hour flight from LA. And second off, it wasn't your seat from the beginning. You switched with someone else and sat your fat ass. Oh my God. Yo, is she coming at her? She said, "You sat your fat ass next to me and let me express the funk." Oh my God. I love when people are illustrative. Yeah, illustrate that funk. Paint the pictures vividly. So I'm just sitting on a plane and somebody gets up and you just smell that ass, or you ain't even got to rise up and it's just that ass. You just smell that ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, let me tell you something real quick before I finish reading this. I remember this lady, she told me, I don't know why she did this, but she said everybody who used to come to her house after they left, she would smell the seat. And I was like, why do you do that? But she was like, baby, she was like, this one woman came over to my house and she said, I think God knew. She said that heat would not come on because when I tell you the funk when she got up off that couch, I'm like, you smelled the couch? This other lady I know used to smell the couch and people used to get up too. Let me know if you ever did some shit like that. I thought that was weird, but yeah, she said God was definitely on her side one day because she said the heat would not come on. But she said this lady, and she used to do heroin too, but so she was so like her motions was just she would do all these movements with her hands and stuff, and she would just be like, oh my God. She said, God, something happened because my heat ain't come on. And she was like, when that bitch got off that couch, soon as she left, I smelt it. She was like, oh, I never forget that shit. I never forget it. It was like, yo, people sniff seats. Anyway, so she said, you sat your fat ass next to me and let me express the funk that you brought. On top of that, crazy shit. It was you in my ear saying those girls are so good before she woke up out of her sleep, scared, crying because it was pitch black and her TV had gone off. So she was startled. I appreciate, and listen, I understand what it is to be startled. I'm gonna share something with you, and I don't give a fuck if you think that this is too old to be acting like that. But I remember my mom, she will always leave the dining room light on when we was little kids, right? And shit start, you got to balance your bills out and shit. And my mom was just like, listen, that light got to start going off at night. I think I might have been in second grade. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night and the lights was off and I did cry because that shit scared me because we didn't sleep in the dark. We didn't sleep in the dark. Like it'll always be something going on. Like, whether if I looked out into the dining room, because that's where like my room was, whether I looked out into the dining room and it was a TV on in the living room, that would give you a little comfort. But no, you looked out and it's straight black. Do you know what I'm talking about when you in your room and it's straight black? I used to make all types of things up in my eyes, like our curtain, like my the curtains and stuff. For some reason, I would look at it and I'd be like, I'm not even gonna tell you what I'd be thinking of, like what it was, but I would just make images in my mind in the dark. And that shit used to scare the hell out of me. I hated sleeping in the dark. I love it now, but I hated it before. I don't know why, but I did not like sleeping in the dark. Now I don't sleep with no TV on. It gotta be pitch black and my room door gotta be closed. I'm not one of those people who sleep with the room door open. Nope, even though it's only me here, but no, I don't sleep with my room door open. Even though if somebody did literally like do a home invasion on you in your sleep, all they gotta do is kick your door open. But I just feel like you letting the murderer get to you quicker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, I sleep with my room door closed. Fuck that. So anyway, she said she was a good girl, was pitch black, and her TV had gone off. I appreciate all the things you wish for me, and I can't wait to see you again in person, bitch. Damn. She said, I can't wait to see you again in person, bitch. I appreciate all the things. I can't wait to see you in person again, bitch. You just mad a woman and 2 children could afford first class next to a peasant such as yourself, you fake ass bitch in person. You fake ass bitch in person. Okay, so let's see what Chika said. Let me click off of this and click back.
Last thing, actually, I haven't seen all the posts because I haven't been on the internet for a good reason. And they're talking about, oh, she's interesting.
Ugh.
I get it. You think I'm fat. Therefore, you're like, oh, sloppy. Oh my God, gross and disgusting. I showered 30 minutes before I got to the airport. My clothes was freshly out the goddamn washer, like I just said. I was wearing hell.
That's beside the fucking point that you wrote them tweets out talking about a damn baby. You know how many times I've been on a damn airplane and been annoyed by the fucking babies on there crying? But guess what? Your emotional intelligence tells you that this is a child. Maybe they're nervous. Maybe it's something about the way that the plane feels. Shit. Sometimes I don't like how the damn plane feels. You understand what I'm saying? Like sometimes it could just be, yo, let me tell you what I be going in my mind, right? I on a plane, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I love to fly, but I'm gonna fly because I'm not driving, right? When I be on a plane, I don't know, like I just be there. I have to have my music, and if I don't have my music, I'm gonna be miserable because I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, sometimes it'll get real quiet, and you like, is this shit running? Like, you should be thinking all types of shit in your head. Like, is this plane going to drop? Like, whatever. And if you don't think that, little kids, they might not be able to express it, but they know that they not no damn car. You understand what I'm saying? They know sometimes little kids are fascinated. They want to look out the windows and do all of that. Sometimes I look out the window, but then I get a little dizzy and I got to just get out that motherfucker. But then, like, typically when we landed, oh, yeah, I want to look out the window because guess what? I put this in my mind and I built up the courage. I say, listen, if this fucking plane is going to crash, bitch, it's going to crash. And my family is going to be paid. And I just don't give a fuck. That's the type of talk that I talk to myself when I'm on it. But a lot of people, I don't know why they don't like to land. I want to fucking land. Get me off this motherfucking plane. So I be watching that shit as it get lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And I be fucking happy. I don't like flying, to be honest. Like in Houston, I like to fly with Southwest. I have bad experiences with United, even though it was never no issue with like any plane issue. I felt like it was some rough landers when I land with these motherfuckers. When I land with Southwest, they land smoothly. I don't like United for some reason. I just had bad experiences with the plane. Like when it hit the runway, Southwest, that shit just be so smooth, and then they slow it down. When I got on fucking United, that shit slammed the damn runway. I said, oh no, never again. So I only fly with United if I have to, honestly. And if I have to, that's the only way that I fly with them. And I don't like flying United back to New York because where I live at in New York, typically when you fly back from like Texas, you got to stop in DC for that flight, and then they try to put you on that little small ass plane. I don't like those little small propeller planes. Nope. That's why I fuck with Southwest, because they're gonna get, no matter, even if the flight from DC to upstate is only like 40 minutes. But no, I don't want to be in no little ass fucking plane where it's like two seater type plane. Like, hell no. That's the type of plane you got to walk up to. I said, hell no. No. Nope. And I think my mom put something in my head like that too, about like flying on small planes. I just don't enjoy it, honestly.
No, well, not hella, but my favorite clean linen cologne. Ain't nobody staying around you. You're just mad that I said some mean things, and now you're trying to be
talking
like,
about this?
What can I say? Okay.
She should have been apologetic. And see, a person like this, even though I don't think it's right for people to like shame people or whatever, her behavior is just ugly. It's just ugly. Like, and I don't see why she's talking about her funk. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's talking about being functified. You should have addressed the fact that, hey, you know what? I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry, whatever the case may be. Like, why would you try to insult? Like, you literally insulted them online.
Yeah, you can say that. Just know that I know it's not true, and you know it's not true.
Who gives a fuck?
You do know that it's true that your kids are annoying, but
she said her kids was annoying.
You can say what you want to say. You know, get your look back. The last thing.
You know what? I hope she don't ever have kids. You know what was so sad? How many of y'all heard about that story with that girl with her baby from New York City? That girl in the Bronx. Let me tell you, it's a lot of mental illnesses that goes on with a lot of people across the board, whether it's women and men. The way that woman did her daughter, and if you after, I'm gonna get on that after here. I'm gonna go over to the neighborhood talk because I think they posted about it, but the way that little girl, even when she said a happy birthday to her when they were standing outside, the girl seemed a little scared of her. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not normal. Like, I feel so bad for little kids. Like, I feel so bad for them. And then somebody like this, who is an adult, who's supposed to have enough emotional intelligence, she's on here like talking about that she was stinking. Now, I probably would believe that she was stinking. You address that over everything else? Come on.
Actually, I haven't seen all the posts because I haven't been.
You started it
for a good reason. Talking about, oh,
you ain't been online for a good reason. You start shit. You start shit with people, and then you run away. See, this is karma. This whole situation with the backlash and the way everybody feels about her is the karma shit that she do. And it's sad that people can't see her starting trouble when she do it with Nicki. And then now everybody, you know, finds Chika to be, you know, distasteful, or they're annoyed by her, or whatever the case may be. But you want to boost the bitch up when she go against the best-selling female rapper. Yeah.
You said you stink. I get it. You think I'm fat. Therefore, you're like, oh, sloppy. Oh my God.
All right. So let's see. Can you solve this? Come on. This is easy as hell. Parentheses. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Like, who don't know this? 3 and then 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3. And then 3 times 3 is 9. Tell me what you think the answer is. Listen, if it's please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, 2 plus 1 is 3. Anything outside of the parentheses is times. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Let me know what you got. Like 3 times 3 is 9. I don't understand. Like that's very simple. Some people be losing their math skills. They don't know what the fuck to do. But certain things, I use math all the time, so I would never forget that. But let's scroll up. I want to see what else happened with Chika ass because she did some videos. Where the hell is the videos at? Okay, right here. Oh no. Wait, let's do this first. Oh, so Zonique said, wait, I'm in tears. Not Chika Boo was mad that my child was cutting up at first class. You should have just sat there and been mad, babe. She's sky priority as fuck. Exactly. Like they don't deserve to. Well, what you thought? And she said she actually says some shit about them being in like why she wasn't in economy. Like, yo, that's what people make you go there and be like, your fat ass. That's what makes people do it. Like, how dare you say that those black girls or those black who are you to say that they don't fucking deserve to be there? You understand what I'm saying? I don't condone that bullying shit. I just don't like, come on, Chika. Like what you did was really insensitive. Like that's fucked up. So listen, let's read what she said. So Chika said, the lady next to me who thought it would be a good idea to buy yourself and your twin infants first class seats on a red-eye flight who just woke up on me bringing your screaming bastard. This was going to make people call you all types of fat bitches and be vicious. This shit just pisses me off. You don't talk about no motherfucking kids. You know what pisses me off when I'm on a plane? When motherfuckers is sneezing behind me and coughing. A baby, you just gonna have to fucking deal with it. Do you think that they want to do? You understand? Your fat ass is probably scared, nervous being up there too. You know, Chika, she probably, what is she doing musically? I mean, she's flying. I mean, who the fuck? You on first class? Why they don't deserve it? That shit is just weird to me. How many times do you find yourself like today when I was in Best Buy, right? I was walking and let me tell you what I did. Now, I was a little wrong, but I did stop. I didn't bump this little kid, but I was walking and I said, I know that this little kid see that I'm walking straight. Like, why would you literally try to walk right in front of me like that? But he did it and I just stopped. I paused literally before I walked into him because I was trying to see, are you going to fucking stop? Are you going to stop? That's what I was thinking in my head. But the adult in me knew not to bump him. You understand what I'm saying? I literally seen him talking to his father and he was just like, I don't know if he was excited about going to get some, but I said, I know that this kid sees me walking. Why would you just try to do that? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I stopped because that's what an adult would do. You spazzing on a kid and doing, even this is ugly. This is a conversation that you should have had with your friends. Like, yo, bro, tell me why this bitch pissed me off. She bought her kids, and they probably would have looked at you like you stupid. Why you upset that somebody spent money on first class tickets for their kids? That has nothing to do with you. Anyway, from the tippy top. So the lady next to me who thought it would be a good idea to buy yourself and your twin infant first class seats on a red-eye flight, who just woke me up by bringing your screaming bastard to our seats to soothe her. I just bought $34 Wi-Fi at 4 a.m. to call you a stupid bitch. You deserve everything that's coming at you. You do. She's a hateful bitch. She's hateful. See, I try to be nice and just try to look at this objectively, but come on. And she said, P.S. I hate you and hope that you get a paper cut between your fingers tomorrow, you senseless wench. Like, are you literally mentally delayed? No, are you? You fucking mentally delayed. This is why she like Cardi B. All the stupid bitches like Cardi. All the stupid, the delusional bitches. All of them like Cardi. Stupid and fucking delusional. Huh? Like, are you literally mentally delayed? What makes you think a 1-year-old will shut their bitch ass up on a 7-hour flight that takes off at 1 fucking a.m.? She has a mental illness. She does. And it's what she's looking at in the mirror. That's why she's upset. You already had them up past bedtime. I don't care the circumstance. Take your ass to economy at least. And your fat ass deserve to be in first class? Huh? For what reason? For what reason? Let me tell you something. I'm the type of person when I fly economy and you still can't fuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people are weird, yo. When I tell you a thing, like promise, like, and just try to understand this as you go through life, right? When you see things that people say, or whether you're dating somebody and they say something to you, how you do anything is how you do everything. Just listen to people and how they talk. She thinks she better than you. Look at this bitch. Who you better than? Who you better than? Who are you better than? Those kids didn't deserve first. Yo, that shit is just weird. I don't even want to keep looking at this because she's gonna piss me off and I'm just gonna keep saying shit. But at first, I didn't really like get into it like what she was saying. I just kind of seen what happened and I seen, the woman upset. Let's see, you're already up past bedtime. It don't matter. People travel off all the fucking time. How you know that she wasn't a single mom like how you thought she was, and that she could have been in a situation her family could have just been sending her back to where she was. Like, oh, we'll get you first class tickets. How you know that she don't come from money? Because you don't look like you come from money. The fuck? What made you feel? This is what I'm saying. It's a whole classism thing. It really, really is. It's classism, and I don't know why the fuck she thinks she better. Let's see. Then she said, posting this because I think it's important, and because I understand that people who actually do support me were also offended by my inflammatory thread yesterday. I'm sorry because it was triggering, infuriating many. I don't give a fuck. You talking about little kids, bitch. You on a plane talking about little kids, bitch. How many of us been on a plane with a little kid that won't stop talking, won't stop kicking the back of your seat, and you do that little turnaround with your head like, stop fucking kicking it. But you don't tell them to stop fucking kicking it. You understand what I'm saying? No emotional intelligence, and she's tone deaf. This is mental illness. I'm sorry. So yeah. She said, I'm sorry because I was triggered, infuriated. It was because this was triggering and infuriating to many. I just don't like being seen as someone I'm not. Bitch, you are who you are. We see what's going on. What'd she say? See? Whoever this is in her box is telling her they wish that she didn't tweet this. The internet won't see it like that. Maybe a public apology. And she still didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, this is people gonna get what they get. Another Latto bitch. Another one. She's another one. Latto got that energy like that. That's why she had to use the jaws of life, Cardi, to come save the bitch and try to help put her on the charts a little bit because she ain't getting no type of favor on her own. These bitches show up looking pretty with cherries on their outfits and they ain't selling no motherfucking records. Let's see what she's talking about over here.
I know that y'all really want me to give about talking about an anonymous child that I didn't know.
I don't give a fuck if you was talking about an anonymous. What you mean an anonymous child? You an anonymous bitch on a plane. You understand what I'm saying? Like what? Yo. I don't like people who disrespect and do things to kids. I just don't like it. Let's just play it.
And I know that right now it's like, oh, it's a celebrity, baby. If y'all ain't ranted about a child before, I don't give a use the words I did or didn't.
She gonna make somebody beat her ass.
I get it. Y'all are pissed. Be pissed. That's fine. I'm not calling anyone crazy for being pissed. I know I was real harsh. But sorry. I can't give up. But I know y'all want me out this. And so I'm looking for my
Yeah, we do want you out this motherfucker.
So I'll be out when it's necessary, don't worry. But at this time, like, I just wanted to say, before I head out, y'all, the double standards are fucking crazy.
And it be people, like, I know you're going to think this is insensitive. It be people, right, that be tone deaf. They lack emotional intelligence. And they, like, let me tell you something. A person who has social, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? I don't say it's social phobia or it's whatever. Like they do stupid shit. Like I'm an adult for real, right? So like y'all know that I have a cookie business. So the other day, it's this guy. He be on my dick all the time. He wants everything that I bring in, and I don't share with him all the time. So I brought cookies in the other day, and I'm speaking to my coworker about it. He knew that I brought cookies too. So as we opening up the box, and I'm telling her take some, you know, because my one coworker got promoted. He was like, "Do you guys need a knife?" Translation: you just want to be in my conversation because you want a fucking cookie. I'm like, do you want a cookie? Like, damn, like you. Why the fuck would we need a knife if we fucking with cookies right now? You just want to be in a mix like an ingredient so fucking bad. Like, I hate that when people just want to be involved so motherfucking bad. Like, just shut the fuck up.
Insanity. Y'all get to say anything to me. I get on Twitter and talk about a race.
Oh, what I was saying is that these people, they do things like this and then they be blades to wrist. I don't want to say that about Chika, but she will like people who suffer with not, I want to say it's socially awkward, social anxiety, things like that. They don't realize that if you're socially awkward, social whatever, stay to your motherfucking self then. Be quiet and don't listen, be quiet. If you're socially awkward and you don't like to speak to people and you don't like to, but the thing about it is a lot of people who are socially awkward, they also are not emotionally intelligent. They do weird shit and they have these little like episodes where then they cause more attention to themselves. That, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's then you cause all of this shit and then you're upset by the way that people treat you. But no, if you have anxiety, social phobia, socially awkward or whatever, stay to your motherfucking self, right? Now, I say that I'm an introvert and extrovert. I say that I'm an introvert because and an extrovert because I like people, but then sometimes I don't. I like people. It's like I'm a like, how could I say this? One of my friends said this shit like years and years and years ago. She was like, I'm a people person, but I don't like people at the same time. I would say that for myself too. Yeah, I'm a people person, and I think that a lot of us can relate to that. It's like I like my space too. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like I should when I'm in that area where I know that I need time, and I think honestly, to be frank, like I feel like the way that I take care of myself, and I've always been, I'm very selfish with my well-being and with my time and space and everything. I shut shit down for myself because no, I'm not gonna be looking crazy, and yeah, I'm gonna take good care of myself, but. Yeah, I'm a people person, but I don't like people at the same time. But what I was trying to say is a lot of people who have these social anxieties and awkwardness and shit like that. And she's saying, you know, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that. You probably know that shit yourself. You look in the mirror. When you fat, you fat. When you know you got to lose weight, you know you got to lose weight. Whatever the case may be, right? But it's like you do all of this crazy shit and you draw more attention to yourself. I don't get people who like that.
And baby, I know that y'all really want me to give a fuck about talking about an anonymous child. And yeah. Was I mean? Real mean. Because guess what? I slept for
I don't give a fuck if you didn't sleep.
And
if you didn't sleep, you should have been out of it and you shouldn't have even known those little kids was crying. You should have been passed the fuck out. I remember before when I used to hate to fly and I was scared, I would pop that damn Benadryl as soon as I got into that airport. By the time that plane take off, baby, I'm sleeping that fucking chair like a baby. But then I stopped doing that because I wanted to be up when that shit take off. All I do is when it's plane take off, I don't know what it is, that gravity pull when the plane takes off, I don't like that shit. It makes me feel lightheaded, like I'm gonna pass out. So what I do is when that plane is going down that runway and I know it's about to pick up, I take a deep breath and I hold that shit until we get up in the air and then it's kind of settled. But then, you know, sometimes when it get up and then they'll start drawing up more, you know, that feeling where it's going up more, I'll be like, oh shit. And you know what I'm talking about if you fly. When you fly and it takes off, that little gravity, for some reason, I can't look out the window when the plane is taking off. Like I have to like close my eyes and I have to take a deep, deep breath. But then when they get up in the air, depending on how you flying, then they got to climb more. That's the shit that be catching me off guard. I'll be like, oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Also, I had a therapy session with my therapist telling them I've had really bad thoughts today. And I had to pack my bags and be on the way to be in my city to do this goddamn show. And I'm gonna kill the show tomorrow. And I'm excited about that. And I know everyone's gonna be like, shut the fuck up, you big bitch. I don't that's y'all's MO, but like for me, I'm sitting here and I understand how nonsensical it is. And I know this is not going to do me anything.
This should have never fucking happened at all. It should have never fucking happened. Your emotional intelligence, you should have had that conversation in your head. Like, this bitch kids is so annoying. And like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, I've been around some crying babies and you want to know what it is in me as an adult? I know that they can't help it. Sometimes kids are just bad. Sometimes they might not want to be on a fucking airplane. Their ears could be popping. It could be a number of things that could be happening, right? But it's like, I've never just wanted to tell somebody, you see somebody, their kid is crying. Have you ever told somebody like, unless it was like a situation where you're sensing abuse, but the fucking kid is crying. Kids cry. Let me tell you something about me. What I learned, especially with being around little kids or whatever the case may be, kids will cry about random things. And I learned from this older lady who used to watch her grandkids, and the kids would cry sometimes, like if their cousins teased them or nothing. The grandmother, rest in peace to my friend mother, she would always say, don't come to me if it ain't blood, because the kids would just be crying and they'd just be fussing. Like, you know how kids are? She'd be like, don't come to me unless it's blood, because the kids would be crying, running through the house all day. He pushed me. She did that. He pushed me. You know what I'm saying? As long as ain't nobody being hurt or anything, she said, don't come to me unless it's blood. don't be crying and just get yourself together. Like that's how it was. But I would never talk down to somebody and their kids and shit like that. That shit is just wrong. And she talking about
favors, and I'm not trying to do it myself any favors. They're already unhinged.
you are
So
and
I'm looking at it as one of those things that, like, of course, what happened to me is just like, see, she's terrible. I'm like, it's been a month.
let me tell you something, the way that this world will get you back too, right? And I'm telling you, something's going to happen if she ever gives birth to a child and somebody's going to make her feel a way. It might not be to the extent of this, but she's going to feel embarrassed in some sort of way. Somebody, I'm telling you, this universe, because I have even done things. I talk about this on this channel. You ever did something where you know, when you were younger and you knew it wasn't nice, like you talked about a person, or you may have them or something, and you feel the effects come back, even though you might not give a fuck, because I don't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is that I've done things before when I was younger, like, you know, knowing it, and I'd be like, oh, God is getting me back. And you know, when your karma comes, you just gotta fucking eat it up. You understand what I'm saying? But it's the extent of what you do. Like, I don't talk about people's disabilities. I don't talk about their sicknesses or anything like that. And this is why, like, a lot of the little, let me tell you something. This might be wrong, and I'm gonna tell you this. Remy Ma, Little Kim, for female rappers, they both talked about Foxy Brown's hearing, right? Now, they both talked about her hearing. Now, that's a sense that to lose or whatever, right? And Foxy was hurt about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like you ain't, that's not like you talking about my shirt or whatever. You're talking about my sense. Like you got to be able to hear to whatever, right? You see what happened to Little Kim, her daughter, right? Now, I'm not saying she's gonna have a surgery or whatever, but she wasn't born normal, the way her eyes look. I'm telling you, this universe has a way of getting you back. It's going to get you back. If you give it out that ugly, oh, this is just commentary, baby. I just mad because I could get on somebody's ass and like the way that I could angle it. I'm not up here talking all types of shit about people. I'm just giving my opinion of how I feel. And then the fans of whoever I'm talking about just might not like it. But I don't give a fuck how you feel, because I don't do this for you. But what I'm trying to say is you're going to have your day, Chika. You do this. I believe in karma. Somebody's going to get she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it back in some sort of way, and it might not even be her child. It might be a family member. Anything.
A year and a half, not saying to nobody and minding my goddamn business in 1 minute that I'm in a manic episode, and I'm like, let the chopper sing. Let me say some that I wouldn't ordinarily say, but I.
So she was having a manic episode. So now she's blaming this on her mental illness. So that means that she would be a person who did something to those kids, like that little girl that happened in the Bronx. She would be someone who would do something like that. You had a manic episode, getting mad over fucking kids, and then actually tweeting and talking about it.
Feel in this.
Then on top of it, knowing your reach and knowing that people are going to see it, dummy.
Moment, let me can write a letter I won't send and just say some wild shit because I'm pissed and tired and manic. Let me just say it so I can get it off my chest, because this is how I feel. All of a sudden, it's like this changed black children. And I'm like, that's how you see me. That's how you see me. I can't change your mind. That's what you want to think. Most logical people are like, she popped off and it wasn't necessary. And that was a little much. But she said a lot. I'm looking at it as one of those things that, like, of course, what happened to me is just like, see, she's terrible. I'm like, it's been a year and a half, not saying to nobody and minding my goddamn business in 1 minute. You
are fucking terrible. Hold on.
Man, however, we all go through it. We all say things. And the rest of y'all are like, are you kidding me?
Not to no kids.
Why would you say that about a child? I'm like, them babies.
Anybody who disrespect kids, you put people in a situation. You see that man was looking for you because the way you was talking about his kids, you called them bastards. You even called them a bitch. You called her a wench. Like, do you understand what you do? This is why I don't understand when when people disrespect women. Like, some women, let me tell you, I feel bad for a lot of y'all who don't have brothers or uncles or people who check for you. This is why my neighbor, she is fucking up the sanctity of this floor. Like, let me tell you, like, I try to stay out of people's domestic issues, but it's like, yo, since she's been here, I've been here almost almost 3 years. Since she's been here, I've watched this girl have multiple boyfriends and they all abuse her. This boy today, I was literally standing by my door. Somebody called the sheriff on him. I didn't call because I like to stay out of situations unless I know it's getting that bad. But what happened was this nigga opened the door up, and you got to realize you got apartments all around this shit. And then I know that the white people, they hearing this shit going on. I'm like, you just embarrassing yourself. This nigga's talking about, bitch, you better bring my bags to the door. I'm gonna punch you right in your fucking mouth. It sounded like he was already whooping her ass in the house already. It's like, why do you keep doing this? And it's like, I low-key want to mail her a letter. Like, do you not realize all of the black women who die daily from abuse? Like, this nigga, like, I just want to do like an anonymous letter. Like, you make the decision is in you. She needs to heal. She needs to heal. You keep getting it from relationship to relationship. I was like, damn, I just seen a different nigga over there like a few months ago. But some people, some women, they gotta keep a man. They have to. I was talking about that earlier on Twitter, but I just feel so bad for her. Like, yo, what it is? Like, your parents came over here and put the damn door cam on there, so it's like they can't see what's going on in the apartment. This nigga was beating her ass. Like, I'm telling you, he had to be doing something crucial because whoever was around those apartments on that side, they heard it and they called the sheriff. And when the sheriff showed up, I'm looking at my peephole, and he's like, "Is everything okay?" She's like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Can I come in?" And she was like resistant for a second. And then she let him in. He was in that apartment for like an hour. And then, so what I didn't like was then I came downstairs and I left earlier and I had like parked in the front because I had to bring something in. So when I went downstairs, it's this black car. And I'm thinking like, this must be her boyfriend or something. And he's trying to see what's going on with the sheriff. So I'm looking at this car, like it's all black tinted windows. Like, you don't know, like some people, they could just go crazy. Like, they don't know who called, but I know I didn't call. I have called before on a couple that's all the way at the end of my hallway because I seen their kids in there and this guy was literally going crazy. And I think they got kicked out of the building too. But I called the sheriff because she was dealing with some sort of bipolar guy. He had an episode or whatever, and he was just going crazy. Like, I was walking by with my groceries, like, "What do you mean?" The kids is in there crying. I said, "Oh, hell no. Let me call on them real quick because you got the kids in here and you fucking going crazy like this." No, like, I'm very protective of little kids. They don't deserve that shit. And they don't deserve to be talked to like that, especially by no bitch like this.
You imagine waking up at 4 a.m. and somebody is kicking you and screaming. I'm sorry. I'm crazy. I'm the crazy. I'm crazy. Imagine being in a manic episode. You ain't slept. You ain't ate. You're on the phone/Zoom. I was. You want to know why? Because I didn't get the rest on that flight. Shorty next to me was watching some kind of movie. I was flashing. Every motherfucking screen in first class was off. Everybody was asleep. Person next to me is watching the movie. I'm like, you know what? It's a flight. Like, duh. Let that happen. The baby's cute as hell. On the other aisle, sleepy, tired. They're in their little REM cycle. And I'm like, I can do this. My liver hurt because I've been drinking too much. And I'm sober now, but like, just trying. Let me get comfortable. Let me get into a position where I can fall asleep. I ain't slept in 2 days. Let's do it. I get 10 minutes and I wake up and there are people next to me screaming. I was. You want to know why? And you're mad that I called a random child I did not know.
You shouldn't have called no fucking child that.
I know these stories aren't doing me favors. I'm sure my publicist, I'll text you in the morning. I'm sure that you're like, Chika, shut up. That's fine. However, I'm going to stay true to myself and say that I don't think that what I did was wrong. I think that what I said was mean. And I think that I meant to be mean in those moments because I was like, if I don't let all of this anger and rage out right now, I'm going to literally have another panic attack on this plane, land at my connecting flight, and do what I did last year, which was get off that flight, find the highest point in the building, look down, and be like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump.
See what I'm saying? I knew that she was psycho. She has a social awkwardness, social anxiety. Why the fuck now now she's reeling this in saying that she was going to jump and commit suicide. This is what I'm trying to say. If you understand and you connect what I'm talking about, and listen, it's the people who, it's like, okay, I could understand you could be depressed. You could be going through things. You could be socially awkward. Stay to yourself. When you have episodes like this was a little fucking kid. Come on, there's no way to get around it. Now you talking about you was gonna jump. You know what they tell you you know what they tell you when you dealing with somebody who's suicidal, when they because sometimes they can say things like that to mentally abuse you. They're gonna say like, oh, if you leave me, if you break up, listen, let me tell you something. You might think this is insensitive. If I was ever with a person who told me that they was gonna kill themselves if I'm leaving, I'm gonna leave because you're gonna do that shit regardless. And then guess what? If I stay and then you get an inkling that I'm gonna still leave your ass, how do I know that this won't be no murder suicide and you're gonna take both of us out? Nope, I'm leaving immediately. I don't give a fuck if you say you're gonna kill yourself and none of that shit. None of that shit don't what? You might think that that's insensitive, but let me tell you something. If you're caught up with a person and if you in this chat and you did that to a person before, you fucked up. That is mental abuse and the person should leave your ass. They should plot and get out on your ass because who knows that if you ever feel like, oh, because then guess what? If you stay with their ass, then their psyche is going to be like, oh, this is not real. They're plotting to leave, so I'm just going to kill this bitch in a murder-suicide, and then both of y'all dead. If you get any crazy, weird inklings of people, get the fuck away from them. I don't care if you got to find a way to move out of state on their ass, because sometimes to get away from a person, you got to move out of state. You got to move out of state. So do what you do.
Because that's what the happens in manic episodes. You get crazy, and you're like, you know what? I could just not be here. I could just not be here.
So I could be manic and just start disrespecting little kids and talking about that they got $10 worth of synthetic braids in their hair, right? I could just open up this mic and just say all types of crazy shit about people, kids, and say all types of shit, right? Huh? So I could just say that and then blame it on being manic? Come on, man.
And instead of that, I was like, let me let this out. And you're mad that I called a rape. Say what I'm feeling so that I can actually externalize the emotions that I'm feeling internally right now. And it's anger and rage and exhaustion from being up, from being tired, from crying and talking to my therapist. Like, I get it. Y'all think that every time a person talks about mental health while going through a shitty moment, they're using it as an excuse. But have you ever considered, let's riddle me this, have you ever considered that mental health is imperative to the way that a person acts? I'm sorry, like, did you ever consider that the brain is the actual muscle that controls a person's emotional regulation? And of course,
how many of y'all who got kids, if she would have did that to your kids, say, you know what, you got to think about it. You don't want to risk your freedom. But that is not the way you talk about a kid. We've all been on airplanes with annoying kids, doing shit, kicking the back of your seat and all of that. Do you say, stop kicking my seat, little motherfucker? You ever do that? No, because their parent is going to bust your motherfucking ass or curse you out if they know right. Come on.
Would be a goddamn celebrity, baby. That was annoying. Yeah, you were annoying. I'm sorry for being as harsh as I was, but you can't tell me that like a baby kicking and screaming.
Let me tell you what you do, right? And I know that you've seen this before. You know when something is annoying and you turn around and you just give that look, you don't even got to say nothing. You know how like them white people, like them old white men, say they hear somebody arguing or a white woman and they turn around and they just look. Black people, we do it too. You don't even have to say nothing. People do that to their kids. You just look. That typically sends a telepathic message like, get this shit under control. But you went out and you talked about these kids and you called them bastards.
At 4 a.m. while an entire cabin is asleep.
So fucking
not annoying. And the reason I was like, yo, at least go to economy is because you can sit between.
You go to economy, bitch.
Between the two children. You can pick.
So they could go, but so you think that the people in economy, so no, the people back there would have gotten woken up too. You go to fucking economy. Who are you to even? This is why I'm saying something is wrong. I don't want to get that story on Chika. Something is wrong with a person who think like this. Like, I'm telling you, listen to what people say. How you do anything is how you do everything. She gives me the energy that she would fuck somebody kid up, that she would fuck even harm herself or her child.
Pick one up in the same seat that you're in rather than going to the other aisle and bringing.
Don't fucking tell her what she got to do to console or calm them down.
Them to a sleeping human on the other side. I use very harsh words, and for that, I'm sorry.
And as a woman, you should have been like, girls, or anything. Oh, let me, is it, I got some gum or something. Like, not gum because they little kids, but anything. Typically, women, they're helpful like that. You understand what I'm saying? Them babies don't know. And if you said that they was cute, or how many women who when a baby is crying, even if it ain't their baby, like, oh, what's wrong with the baby? She's broken. I'm telling you, when certain people don't do certain things, it's because they broken. When you fuck with a guy, if you're a woman and you dealing with a guy who don't help you with no bills, or he's broken. He don't, because something happened in his brain where he feel like that's not right. He's broken. When you meet a woman, typically women are closer and they more, even men, they be like, oh, men, we might get a little annoyed though. But if it's a father or somebody who's like used to dealing with children, they understand that kids cry. Sometimes they might be mad, but they're gonna give you the look rather than saying, shut your baby up. If you do that, you just wrong. In my opinion, women typically are consoling, like, oh, what's wrong with the baby? Oh, she's scared, girl. I know. My niece, she do the same thing, or whatever the case may be.
I'll say that. Even though it was just me ranting, I get it. I put it in the public, therefore I should have edited be a little bit better about it. But
women are typically nicer to kids. They like, oh, what's wrong with the baby? Even if they did wake you out of your fucking sleep. What's wrong with the baby? It's not their fault that you didn't fucking get no sleep prior.
I'm not finna sit here and be like, you called a child a bitch. I don't know this child just said 8-year-old. Them children ain't one.
You shouldn't be calling no fucking kid a bitch. Bitch. So listen, let's move on, because I want to get into this story right here. And this is the energy. It's the Chikas. It's the psychos. Terrible. Mother arrested after 6-year-old daughter is found dead and covered in bruises. Neighbors say that they often heard crying from her apartment. She was telling this baby, she said, this girl said, look at my big girl. I really have a 5-year-old laughing out loud. The most smartest, sassiest, bossiest, weird little girl I know. Look when she said happy birthday to this little girl. It's like she didn't even really want to look at her mom. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hi.
She got a Band-Aid on her
Is your
back.
birthday? Why you look weird?
Why the fuck would you say that to your daughter anyway and be recording it? Lord, these kids don't have a choice. Like, and I look at it like this in life. You don't have a choice of who your parents were, right? I look at the way that we come out in life as like the Mario warp. Like, you don't know what warp you're gonna come through. Some of us come through fucked up situations, and you got to know as an adult that it wasn't your fault. Like, whoever abandoned you or whoever did whatever to you, whatever circumstance that you was born into. I had to argue with a family member about this. They was talking mad shit about somebody like in our family. I'm like, she didn't fuck you chose who the fuck you lay down with. Don't be mad because you calling it that they parent is ghetto and all of this shit and they live in the slums. You chose to fuck with that person. What are you doing to upgrade their situation? You chose that. I don't like when people talk crazy to kids. I just don't. And you calling your daughter weird? I never heard nobody. I just never heard nobody call their child weird.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hi.
That was a hi, like she was scared. I'm telling you, why did she say that like that? She fucking terrorized this baby. And if you heard crying coming from that apartment, what the fuck was going on?
Is your birthday? Why you look weird?
You know what they say? Shout out to my friend Tanya. And she made this statement on her channel. They say that parents, so for you parents that's in this chat right now listen, I understand you got to discipline your kids and keep them in check. But she made this comment. She said, parents are your first bullies. She's a fucking bully. She's a bully to her fucking daughter. Parents are your first bullies. My mother wasn't no fucking bully, and this is why I'm like the way that I am when I deal with other people, and I'm just like, well, my mother wasn't like this. Who the fuck? What do you think you're doing? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, this older lady at work at my job, I have respect for the elderly and everything, but she has that type of energy, like she want to be your work mom. I already have one mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't play these games with me. And then she be getting mad over little shit. Like, my mother's not like that. Like, I don't give a fuck what energy you on or whatever, but I'm not going to allow nobody to just think that they could just act crazy and like, you know what I'm saying? So my mom, she was really easygoing. So when I don't get that energy from people, it's like, you got me fucked up. I don't care if it's somebody else mother and they acting all crazy and shit like that. My mom, she got mad at shit like, oh, if you left your sneakers in front of the door, or if you didn't clean your shit up right, or whatever shit that parents typically get. But my mother, she would nag about stuff like that. And then a person, you would give your parent the title of being a nagger. No, you got to do what the fuck you got to do so they won't nag you. You understand what I'm saying? And I noticed that if I didn't leave my shoes right at the door, she would have nothing to argue about. She would just come in. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, man, a lot of these parents be bullies to their kids. Real talk. Like, they're bullies.
Hey, birthday girl.
Hi.
She ain't even
Give me
making
a
eye
peace sign.
contact.
Ooh.
She didn't really want to.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hi.
It's your birthday?
Uh-huh.
Why you look weird?
Because she don't fucking like you.
Hey, birthday girl.
Hi.
All right. So let's read this. So neighbors, a Bronx 6-year-old was found dead. Why would you do that to this girl? And you see, let me tell you something. You see this face? This is the face of the girls of what they want to look. They want to have the lashes. They want to have that look out in public. She got the swoop going over with all that fucking gel or gots to be or whatever it is that she doing, right? Typical girl that you would see. She got her lashes on. She look nice, right? Niggas probably want to fuck her. She got the fatty, all of that. But behind the scenes, she's tormenting and fucking abusing her daughter. 16-year-old Jayla Eason died Friday after she arrived to a nearby hospital with body covered with bruises. And why she have a fucking, I ain't never as a little kid. Now I ain't saying that you can't fall. Like my brother, when we was younger, he used to play and act like he was like he was doing something like he was acting like, I don't know, he was climbing because you know like in a house where you got like those two big poles and it looks like it kind of just holds up. But we used to put like our decorations and stuff or like put pictures on it or whatever. I know what you know what I'm talking about. It's like those two, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? But my brother, he climbed up on it when we was little kids and he broke his arm. But my mother didn't do that to him. He did that to himself when, my mother she was in another part of the house and he was just climbing up and he like twisted around it and he fell and he hit his arm. So yeah. But yeah, man. 6-year-old Jayla Eason died Friday. This is just recent. She arrived at this yesterday hospital, her body covered in bruises. Her mother called 911 at 4 a.m. to report the injuries, and the bitch had the nerve to call with her lashes on. Looking like fucking Bambi. That's the thing. You see these, let me tell you something. You see these pretty faces. You see these niggas who wear this designer. They sleeping on recliners. They got the look when you come out, they look normal. And behind the scenes, they fucking tormenting. They tormenting. This is fucked up. But you know what? I want to say this, right? Ugh. Ooh, no. Because it's kind of controversial. It's like sometimes do you think, no, I feel like another family should the foster care system is so messed up. I'm gonna tell you this. I've never met a person who was in foster care and they weren't molested or raped or anything. Foster care is a cesspool for molestation. Yes, it is. So I was gonna say, would have been better if she just give her up. And I heard somebody say this before, and she was like, they were talking about like a child, and they said that baby was probably better off away from that mother. So but how do you say that in death? Where's the father at? Like So a downstairs neighbor revealed to authorities that she often heard crying from their apartment upstairs. Investigators say the little girl had bruising and trauma on her wrist and her torso. 2 other children were removed from the home, which officials describes as a filthy and dirty clothes thrown about. An autopsy is being conducted to determine Jayla's cause of death. Oh, man. Oh my God, so sad. She looks frightened. See what I'm saying? I knew it wasn't just me. So Alonzo says she looks frightened in that video. I hope they beat her to the white meat in jail. I hope they do too. Come on, look at this little girl. And you understand why I'm mad at Chika? You don't fucking disrespect little kids. You don't. Let me tell you something that happened to me. Like when I was younger and my mom would be struggling, I'll give you a story, right? I don't know if I just knew it or whatever, but let me just tell you this. So when I would be like in the store, maybe I was like 10 or 11, I'd be with my cousins and say that my mother, she was struggling and she didn't have enough money to leave home so that I can get stuff during the summertime because, in the summer you home or whatever the case may be, we have food, but I didn't have no extra money sometimes to get snacks from the stores when we would do our little walk to the store. So I know sometimes I would go into the store and I would want money and I would just like, I don't know. I've never been afraid to ask. So I remember being like 11 or 12 years old, and I would ask an adult, like, can I have 75 cents? Now, mind you, they would give it to me. You understand what I'm saying? When I see little kids, how many of you have done this when you in the store and you just want to help them and they just like, oh, I don't got it. And they be so happy just because you bought them a drink or something. Yeah, you return the you do things like that. Just like I was in the store today, it was this guy, he was like probably like 75, 80 years old. He was trying to get a watermelon. I was looking at watermelon too. He didn't want to spend $8 and he didn't realize the one he was getting was going to be $8. I said, that's $8. I said, you don't want one over here? And then I even showed him, I said, look for the ones that have the yellowish orange. I said, because he was like, I need it for my grandkids. He was like, I want to get a watermelon. He asked me to pick it up for him. But I said, you know, this one is $8. You want to get this one or you want to get the other one? So then I told him, I said, get this one that's more orangish yellow so it could be sweet and they really like it. So it's like, I helped him out. I did my good deed. I feel like if you're not protecting adults and you're not protecting children, who the fuck are you really protecting and looking out for? We all know what it's like to be in the store and you ain't got no money, and then you might just give that look to like somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? I did that. Listen, I was never too proud to beg. Nope. I remember one time I even got in trouble for my father, but my uncle, he was a bastard. Oh God, rest in peace to him. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have told on me for asking you for a fucking dollar back then. My uncle told my father, he was just like, oh, he asked me for it. Can you imagine a fucking dollar? You know how much money my niece asked me the other day? She having a dance. She was like, oh, you know, I need a certain amount of money for a dance. I sent her more money. You understand what I'm saying? You don't do that to fucking kids. You don't. And I don't appreciate that shit. I don't appreciate nobody talking sideways to kids. I don't appreciate nobody talking sideways to adults. I don't appreciate people not being there for their parents when they did mad shit for them either. People are fucking selfish and they weird and they got mental illnesses and they drape that shit with lashes, beat faces, shades, swoops on the side. They
Give me a peace on. Ooh.
That little girl scared of her.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hi.
Is your birthday?
Uh-huh.
Why you look weird? Hey, birthday girl.
Hi.
Like,
Give me a peace on.
me alone. Hi, leave me alone. All right, let's get off of that. Let's go back because Chika took up so much damn. Chika fucked up the sanctity. I just wanted to show that because I seen that earlier, and I just like, how could anybody disrespect any child? You understand what I'm saying? Please make sure that you thumbs up this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're here right now. I ain't even look in the chat since I've been running my damn mouth. Damn, it's 383 people here. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just be in my zone sometime. Like, I really wanted to get that out about Chika. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. Anybody who disrespects children, who talks down on elderly people and do shit like that, you got to be sensitive. Like, you should be sensitive and realize you're going to be older one day. And when you see that little kid in the store and they struggling, if you got the fucking money, pay for it. Just like I was in HEB, somebody was just like, yo, you know how people act like they don't have money? Listen, somebody looked out for me one time. I was in HEB, or no, I was in Kroger one time, and I legit left my debit card home, but I didn't want to go all the way back. So I asked the person in line, it was this black guy. I said, listen, I said, do you have Cash App? He said, yeah. I said, can I just send you, it was like $24. He's like, no, I'm gonna just pay for it. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I have a local business I'm gonna do. He said, listen, you don't even got to do all of that. And I kept like going at it and trying to like tell him, like, look, like, he even followed my business page, but he didn't reach out to me. He didn't want anything back but to do the good deed. And I've done that to somebody in HEB. I seen them, they was like, oh babe, they don't take Apple Pay, and they was really upset. They had a watermelon, they had mad other shit. It probably came up to it wasn't that much. When I say mad other shit, it was miscellaneous stuff. Like, it probably came up to probably like almost $20. But I was just like, I got you. Go ahead. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you do good deeds to people, greatness comes back to you. And especially when you look out for little kids, like, and adults, elderly people, whatever. So yeah. So where else we gonna go? Where I want to go next? So yeah, we might as well talk about. Well, wait. Let's go up here because while I'm on the shade room, let's get this out the way. So what did y'all think about Remy Ma? I know y'all seen this. She said that Remy Ma claims that she's only 35 years old instead of 43. I always tease my friends who was like, my friend who passed away, he is 43 years old. He would have been 43. He was born in 1980. So with 2023, he would have been 43 years old this year. So me being an 83 baby, I'm like, damn, like you already hit the 40s. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, she's 43. I'm only 40 and I take damn good care of myself. So Remy says that she's only 35, and instead of 43, she says she doesn't count the years in prison. So I think that's just, she's just trying to be funny, but I mean, maybe she don't count it. And then I seen this comment on Twitter where people were saying like, well, hell, can you listen? Can you say that you're a certain age? People lying, we can't say they lie, but people say they feel like they're a woman, or people say they feel like they're a man. Why can't she say that? I didn't really see people dragging her like that. But what do you think about this? So Peyton, she commented on this and she said, well, I guess I'm still 40 because Dallas was wide open during COVID. Oh man. What Auntie Hammy say? She said that means she could still come out with a #1 hit record. She better go back to her age. Damn. If people can identify, yes, she stole this comment. This girl right here, she stole this from Twitter. She said if people can identify as a different gender, she can identify as a different age. But I hear it though. Yeah, listen, I understand it completely. We were born the same year, so let me go alter my documents too. I'll forever be 28. I remember Foxy Brown. She was 26 for years. Like, I'm 26 years old, baby. Yep. Girls be doing that, though. They do that. Why some of y'all mad at her choice? Shut the fuck up. I hate when the people try to come in here and just try to fucking up the sanctity like Chika ass. So that was that. Also, I wanted to bring up and talk about this Drake situation. So Drake was spotted sipping on, is this a Bellini? Is he sipping on a Bellini? And he has his yellow nails on. I mean, let me tell you what this is going to do. Let me tell you what this is going to do. I've already, like, me personally, I get manicures. Sometimes I might let them manicure it and put like some clear coat on it, but most of the time I just want my nails to be in my cuticles to be cut, right? So Drake, he got the nails on. He said that he was doing it for pride. Let me know what you think why he did it. But what I'm saying is that things like this is going to inspire the people who were scared to do it. And now they're going to be like, well, Drake did it, so I'm going to do it. You ever notice when somebody's waiting for somebody to do something, then now that they doing it, it's going to be a lot of niggas that's going to be popping up with nail polish on. And listen, do what you do. Do what you like. So, all right, Champagne Poppy is sporting some yellow and blue polish on them claws. So what do y'all think that he's what do you think, Drake? He's trying to make a fashion statement, and he's trying to tear down barriers, and then he's gonna have a whole interview about this shit too. Watch, sipping that Bellini.
I feel like we'll take a shot if anybody feels like bringing one. Obviously, I got.
We'll take a shot.
And I don't think Drake is gay. I just think he's doing it. I think that he's doing it because he can. Just like back when Cameron was wearing pink, and it was just like he made that shit into a movement. You understand what I'm saying? You niggas is gonna start popping up with their nails. You listen, they're gonna start. What Nicki say? Pretty pink tails. They're gonna start popping up like that. I'm telling you. If you never, as a man, if you never got a manicure, I know that your hands is ugly. Yeah, I gotta get these cuticles cut. I like to get my shits cut. Yeah, I take care of myself. Take care of you.
Another shot, just for almost like pre-celebrating.
I mean, we know it's coming.
And
Eddie is probably sweating right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean,
he's sipping that Bellini. Next, they're gonna be in bikinis. So somebody said, see, that's why they had all the memes about 21. Can you do something for me? Today, men is too sassy. Bring back the man from the 70s. They wouldn't be in no damn fingernail polish. Wouldn't even think about that shit. People gonna do what they want to do, though. You understand what I'm saying? Snoop getting his nails shit. Snoop had a French manicure, right? Snoop been getting his nails done since 99. Real hip hop heads know. You know what I really want to try, but the part of me that doesn't want to do it is more so can I say, I might as well just say it, like my family and people who don't really know me. Because I see some guys, they have their nose pierced. Like, I really do want to get my nose, I want to, but I'm not going to do it though, because I just know that it's going to come with so many questions and people, I just don't feel like it, but maybe I will, I don't know. It just depends. Maybe I'll do it one day, But I feel like it's bold for Drake to do this because he's doing whatever the fuck he want to do.
You saw the flyer. Verse.
That's like when I had that damn pop song, that Here We Go. I had that in the stash for years, and I didn't want to do it because I was like, how are people going to look at me? It's like, now you doing a pop song? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it fucked with me a little bit. And then I said, fuck that. This is my music. I'm dropping that shit. So
So,
Oh, let's put this one.
Oh yeah. I feel like we'll take a shot.
So Drake got his yellow school bus nails on. Nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So could y'all imagine Biggie, Ice Cube, KRS-One, Master P? Nobody gives a fuck what you talking about. Biggie talked about you look so good. She looked so good. I sucked your daddy dick. So he had some questionable lyrics. And after he died, back in the day in New York, they used to have mixtapes of that stuff with like certain like gay things that Biggie said. And listen, a lot of niggas like niggas and they be hiding that shit. A lot of them do. A lot of them. So could you imagine Biggie, Ice Cube, KRS-One, Master P, et cetera, doing this foo-foo shit? And no, you can't. Men want to be girls so bad these days. Maybe the ones you want to deal with. So only excuse for this type of activity is one, your daughter. And I don't think Drake has a daughter. And two, you into punk metal. Other than that, happy Pride Month. Yeah, happy Pride Month. If we, whatever. So y'all niggas too damn zesty. Like, damn, can these women have anything to themselves? And Drake is going to inspire a whole bunch of niggas to start getting their nails done. Yeah, make them niggas get their nails done and push the arm. Listen, I don't have anything against it. I probably wouldn't do that. I seen this guy at this mukbang channel that I follow on YouTube. He wears black nails though, but it looks more like heavy metalish, like, you know, like in that type of realm. But people gonna do what they want to do. Don't feel like you gotta be, you know, that you can't do what you want. Maybe he wanted to wear that with his state property shirt. A lot of people don't like it though. His soft girl era. Everyday men stay further from everyday men stray away from heterosexuality. I don't think so. You know what I want to say that I don't like though, and I'm just saying as a person who watches this, men is going to be men who like men. Is going to be men who is straight, heterosexual, bisexual, whatever, right? What I see a lot happening on Twitter is people who be lusting over people who are straight. It's like some gay men, they don't have no boundary. They just feel like there's something in you that they can clock, that they can just get, right? Drake, I don't think Drake is gay. He's doing this because he knows that this conversation, everybody, look at all of these comments. As long as it's not scannable white nails, then it's fine. As long as he don't have no allegations coming out of abuse or assault, you know, let him do what he want to do. That's how I feel about that. Like, let Drake do what he wants to do. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, all of that. Please, please, please. Also, I am accepting Cash Apps, so please make sure that you support the channel. Thank you for that. I didn't even see that. Hi, LeBron in chat. Hope you're all having a good weekend. I hope you're having a good weekend too. Thank you for the $10 donation. Yes, please make sure that you Cash App and support the channel. So let's get that off. Is there anything else I wanted to touch on before I go over to Nicki Minaj? I hope y'all got this right. I hope y'all remember PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. 2 + 1 is 3. Parentheses is anything outside of parentheses is multiplication. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So I hope y'all got that right. I don't know why they even thought that. See, somebody said I got 9. I was good in math, and this is very basic. You know how that shit start getting tricky when they start adding fractions. Now you might have me. I might have to work that shit out a little bit. But algebra, ooh, like yeah, algebra is my shit. I love algebra. I love I love math until it gets really, really complicated with fractions and shit. But then once I got like in the mix of doing that, I'm like, oh, okay. I like, you know, what's my favorite is this number is what number of that? Like, I like those questions and you got to like break it down over 100, all of that. Like, yeah, I love shit like that. That's my type of shit. So let's see if there's anything else. I think I already peeped all of that. So yeah. Let's go over here. So Nicki Minaj, as it pertains to her, it's like a lot of these fan bases, they mad and they try to say it's called mass buying when Nicki fans are standing up and they supporting her music. No, and I say this like it's plainly put. It's more of us than you. That's what it is. It's more of us. And these bitches were so mad that they came out with a video and a song and we would not let them bitches have the 1 or the 2. We wouldn't give it to them. We didn't allow it. And then they got it back for like maybe like an hour or so. And then that nigga Luke, he rose up and took it. That's bad when a bitch ain't got no video out. Can't stress the fact enough that Sexy Red is an independent artist. Like damn near. She's new. She's not mainstream. So this is another Move Your Hips situation where we on the top of the charts. Like, you know, this song did better than Move Your Hips. Like, if you want to be honest, it did better. And Yeah, if you want to talk about it being competitive, so about it being competitive, where like the fans, yeah, it's the second week, but so what? Nicki wasn't online last week. She didn't do the tweet. She didn't tweet the song and do the promo push or whatever last week. But I felt like on some real shit, she gave Sexy Red that respect because you know how Nicki got it off with Ice Spice. She did it with Coi Leray and she did it with Bia. Nicki likes to have that personal moment with them where they can like just chop it up and talk or whatever. And I'm happy that she did that and gave that to Sexy Red. Sexy Red seemed like she was really appreciative of it. We gave her her first #1 on fucking iTunes, charting that shit multiple. We charted multiple versions of that song. Also, please make sure that you click the description of this video. Please make sure that you click the description of the distro link to Pound Town 2. Go to iTunes and make sure that you purchase it. I don't give a fuck if you have somebody in your house that have an iPhone, buy that shit from their phone too. Also, if you purchased Pound Town last week, you know that you can also purchase it again. It says, do you want to buy it again? I did that this week for the explicit, and this week I bought the clean because I didn't buy the clean last week. So just make sure that you supporting it. These motherfuckers is mad. Yo, we did some pit bull ass shit. Like, bitch, you ain't getting no fucking #1 on this chart. You know, y'all niggas gonna have to do the formula and push all the radio into it. And listen, you're gonna have to do what the fuck you gonna have to do, but we wasn't gonna let the hoe up. We wasn't gonna let you up, and that's why you mad. That's why you mad, and these niggas was mad. And Ebro, ooh. So listen, before I get off of this, don't feel bad for supporting Nicki. Support her because that's the we come from money. Like, you know what I'm saying? This fan base, we spend money. You know what I mean? Like, that would really make me feel some sort of way if Nicki dropped a video. They had a complete rollout. They had a rollout and try to use Cardi to be the jaws of life to pull this bitch out of this wrecked vehicle of a career. Tried to pull her out because she on tour and can't get nothing. Scraps. With songs getting pulled off radio. That's why I'm telling you, the universe will get that ass. It'll get that ass. It will get you. It's going to get you. Latto thought that she was going to come out and do all of this shit and be popping. So, pop song flop. I guarantee you she's working on something else for pop. She's going to have to. I would like to know, right? If we sat down and I was talking to people at the label, I'd be like, what happened with this song? Why didn't they connect with it? Because they don't fucking really know her. That you pushed the other song. And I really think that song got pushed based off of when they had that PPP money back then. And they just trying to keep it going now because this is the only really thing that she got. So she got Lottery. She got, Lottery went out and then like Big Energy. Let me see what happened with that. And we all know how this goes when it comes to the radio play and everything. I just want to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all something. And let's be frank, right? I almost feel like we do need to do something like in the now, y'all. We can't wait until like something. We can't wait. What I'm gonna try to do, what I'm gonna do, I can do it tonight. I'm gonna look up. So I'm gonna look up like a lot of the. I'm gonna look up a lot of the radio stations as far as their addresses and stuff like this. Because I remember back in the day, I think either Madonna fans or somebody had to do this because they was just hating on radio. They was not playing it right. I just want to show you something real quick and ask you, does this make sense? I just want to know. Hold on. Hold on a second. So I got the Corb up. Where else am I trying to go? Okay, I'm going to Corb and then I want to go to Spotify so I can show you the numbers. Princess Diana, like, since this is the 50th day, and out of these 50 days, most days this song got over 1 million streams. Most days, right? So you explain this to me, is that if this song is getting all of these streams, why is our radio play so slow? Because Nicki is so good and they have to find a way to suppress her. I'm telling you, they have to find a way. And then you see Latto and Cardi, they released this song, and well, yesterday they got like a 300 million update. Not 300 million, 300,000 audience update. Look at this. This is day 50, 64 million streams. I want to show you something. Oh shit, hold on. $64 million streams on that Princess Diana. 64 million, right? Now you go over here and you look at the radio. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I was supposed to write this letter. I'm gonna send a letter out. Like, I'm gonna look up mad radio stations. I'm gonna look up their address to their program director. I don't understand, like, if we're right here and we are literally charting across the board and this song is getting streams over 1 million every day on Spotify, like, and supported. Why are we not getting no radio play on this song? I'm telling you, I feel like it's like they don't want to see Nicki do good. And I just have a concern about that. And it's like the artists who y'all giving the radio play to, it's like y'all realize you're going to boost this person up. It's like they don't really, a lot of them don't really have nothing else to go with it. You understand what I'm saying? How they got a song that has almost, let's look up the YouTube views because the shit goes hand in hand. Let's look up Princess Diana YouTube views. It goes hand in hand with Nicki. This is why I'm saying, like, why so many fans who is calling out Cardi and them today for the Apple Music, because typically when the song is doing good, it's going good across the board. These bitches did not debut in the top 50 of Apple of Spotify at all. That's a problem. That's a problem. They did not debut on the Spotify Global at all. And then they said what they did is combine. So listen, almost 60 million. Do you see this? This video is almost at 60 million views in a month. And this is the fucking radio play that we getting? Millions of streams every day? You can't tell me that that's not right. It's rigged. It's rigged. That song should be getting way more radio play. I'm not trying, no hate or nothing to, let's see. You see Doechii, even Doechii got 190,000 audience. I ain't trying to be funny, y'all. Honestly, Doechii should be, no, I'm not even gonna say that because she deserved that. But there's no way that we lost 140,000 in audience and we charting across the board and been charting across the board. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part that I don't like. I don't like that shit. So Red Ruby the Sleeves, that's at about 10, that's at 11 million radio. Beyonce, America Has a Problem. So Latto, you see Latto put it on the floor featuring Cardi B, 300,000 audience. And then you know they're going to try to push that more and it's going to be like million updates. So what I'm trying to say is this is conversation so people can see this shit and so can understand what's going on. There is no way that a song that is that huge like this. Now tell me if Cardi had those streams over in a month, they would be getting million updates. We have to find a way to be more systematic. And I don't want to and I don't want to turn people off from Nicki. So that's why it's like, I'm gonna have to write that shit and construct it in a way where it's just like, I'm concerned because it's just like, what formula do you follow if like as a fan, if you're supporting music and it's doing good across the board, why are we not getting the radio play that people who don't even have the impressions that we have? Like, y'all did this with good form. It's like, what is it? Like, why do you do this to an artist? And especially with Ice Spice being so new, she should be getting mega radio play. And you see what happened with Taylor Swift. Now I really believe this. With Taylor Swift, you see how Karma is doing, right? But it's not the version with Ice Spice on it. A million update. And I think what it was is that she really did. Maybe she was being nice to her because everything that came out with her boyfriend who made those comments about Ice Spice, right? Maybe she did that to just kind of like, you know, to be nice in the moment or whatever. But it was still fucked up because you ain't promoting it as the main version. But what I will say is this. Let me see. I think that is the official video for that song, though. Let's look up Taylor Swift Karma. Okay, so she did a visualizer. Karma lyric video, 17 million. Okay, so one thing, see, no, I can't. Well, is this official? I don't think that's official. TSA is TSA. Yeah, that's not official. So, okay. So what I will say is that she's getting a radio play. And then I guess when people come back, they're going to look at that video. Either way, I mean, in a way, it does help Ice Spice, but no, she should be on that radio version. Why didn't you keep her on the radio version? Did you think that she wouldn't be good for the white crowd or whatever? Even though let's give it up and be honest with her. And we know how this typically happens, right? So let's go to Ice Spice. Give me a second. Let's go to Ice Spice. All right. So Karma Remix has 17 million, right? She got 17 million off the Karma Remix. And let's just see this though. when you go to Taylor Swift page, that ain't even in her top 5 songs. Karma, but then look how many streams it got though. Karma, the main edition, has 321 million. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, the playing field is just different for white artists. Even when Nicki came out with Super Freaky Girl and that shit got ate up on pop radio, she could have got way more audience. Yeah, she was in the top 10. I think then she peaked at number 6 or number 5 on pop radio with Super Freaky Girl, but she should have went way up. She should have went further up, but I can't lie. Super Freaky Girl did his thing, but Karma, look at this is the regular version. So it's like Ice Spice is on the version that got like did we see 17 million? I mean, that's still good, but I wish that if you did a remix, I wish that should have been what took over radio. Like, give Ice Spice the official push and buzz. Like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I don't know if certain radio stations are playing the remix, but I just feel like, damn, like, give her push, like, officially. So you ain't slick at all. So let me try to find these tweets about Summer Jam while I'm on this. Give me a second. So Hot 97 Summer Jam, they came out with this tweet talking about that Summer Jam was sold out, and we all know that it was a crock of shit because they wasn't. And I can't believe that Ebro would try to lie like this and make it seem like it was sold out as well, and tried to like really manipulate and say, oh, those are resale. Motherfucker, they are not resale. Let me tell you something too. As an avid concert goer, when you go get a ticket that's resale, now listen, you playing yourself. You are playing yourself, because if you're getting a ticket that's a resale, the price is exorbitantly higher. The price was $160. You're telling me that they're reselling a ticket for $160? When you resell a ticket, you're splitting some of the money with whoever you're selling that ticket through. Like, you understand? I don't see it doesn't make any sense for a person to resell a ticket at $160 for Section 118. Y'all niggas decreased them prices. Y'all decreased them prices. Hold on a second. Let me see. So let me just share this first. So Ebro said it was a resale, right? Resales. So I said to him, this is not no damn resale. This is sad. And y'all lowered the ticket prices. That's what y'all get. And I'm only viewing that section. Why y'all book a fraud and y'all get left with crumbs? Because she's a bird. These niggas listen, let me tell you something. When you have a ticket that says that, it is resale, they have to tell you it. They'll tell you that this is a resale ticket, right? And there is no fucking way that you getting 2 tickets for Section 118 for $327. That ticket amount would have been doubled, but they can't double the ticket price because they don't want the bitch like that. So these regular tickets are still sitting. Who the fuck do you think you talking to? This is why you have to have the tenacity to face their audacity, because people are just trying to throw anything at you. No, pick everything the fuck apart. Why are you gonna say that this is a resale? This ain't no motherfucking resale. They have to promote it as a resale. This is a ticket from the venue, and it tells me up here that I had like so much time to check out to get the ticket. Ain't no way you getting 2 tickets for $327 on no damn resale. I can't believe that he did that. Like, fam, like, I can't believe that. And it's like, just to make this bitch look good. Hold on, Hot 97. So Cardi B also, while I'm talking about this, right? Cardi B, her song is like it was top 5 on Apple Music, but the video. Let's see how many views that music video got too. Let's see. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the wrong page. Let me look up Hot 97. I shouldn't have did that. These niggas be playing themselves, and they know it. You just embarrassing this bitch. You embarrassing her, and that. Listen, I want y'all to understand. Learn how to look for markers. This not being sold out is indicative of them not being able to beat us with a non-mainstream bitch at number 1. We had number 2, number 1, number 2, and we had another song in the top 10, the main version of Pound Town. You can't fucking beat us. And they want us to think that this bitch is so much. And it's like they will go to any extent to try to make it seem like something that is not. And this is why just don't argue with her fans. Like, yo, anytime her fans that on site, I see them in my mentions, bitch, you can't argue with me. Now, I might go back and forth with some Little Kim fans, but bitch, as as Cardi, bitch, you can't go back and forth with me. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to fucking talk about at all with you bitches. This is all y'all only care about shit y'all only care about numbers and shit like that because you know that the bitch don't have no talent. And you know what's so crazy? No matter how much she tries to be like Nicki and try to spit metaphors and punch on the shit like that, bitch, you still not received like that. What Bia say on Twitter today? Like, I felt like Bia was kind of shading Cardi. She was like, because Armand was talking about Cardi was better than Bia. Come on, Armand. Come on. Come on. Like, come on. You got to take the groupie shorts off. So Hot 97 said, breaking news, Hot 97 Summer Jam is sold out. And we all knew that this was a bunch of bullshit. And now they're trying to promote the streaming. Y'all niggas is sad. Y'all going out sad. And we'll see what the people saying in the mentions. Not y'all lying. Availability. You see all of that's blue? All of that's blue. Even in front of the stage, that's blue. Those was the $400 tickets. All of this up here around the outside, like the pie, all of those was the $97 tickets. And that's where that bitch fans dwell at. That's where they dwell at. Because you know that's where they dwell at. They used the Latto thing. They are not sold out. There's still hella tickets, and y'all, let's go see Cardi. No. Lineup is straight trash. Let me retweet that. Poor Ice Spice. I'm sorry, baby, but you got to get that retweet on that. Why y'all got to lie? Everybody know they lying. Me, when I text, I'm on my way. When I'm still at home rolling. You're gonna have people thinking that they can't get tickets. There's still space. There's still space and places to be filled. They know that this Twitter account has only a small reach. Shit got 700 likes. That's not a lot. Listen, as many people that Hot 97 reaches in the tri-state area, they should have way more people on this shit. Oh my God, stop effing lying. They making Cardi look bad. They making you look bad, bitch. And this is why Ebro and then Ebro. Ooh, Ebro. Let me tell you something, baby. I want to say this and just listen. I don't want to brainwash you, but I want you to just take this statement and just apply it to where you need to in life, just to help you to enlighten yourself with a person. How you do anything is how you do everything. Ebro sat up there and he fucking lied to us. So how we know that this nigga ain't manipulating or putting Cardi B on extra playlists on Spotify behind the scenes to make sure that she gets certain plays and they boosting it? Because bitch, when you look at the other side, Spotify, you ain't even debut in the global Spotify charts. How are you so demanded over there, but they don't want you over there? Spotify is typically the better algorithm and a better platform because the discoverability, like, you know, that they have on there. And I love what Spotify has done more recently. They played so many of the recommendations from people who I like. Like before they would try to slip Cardi. Well, I blocked Cardi on Spotify, but you ain't getting no streams. No streams off of me. None. Let me see this. I want to see how Latto. Let me see how many views that video got. Look, this bitch 2 days ago, we going into 3 days. We had more streams than that on day one. You ain't fucking with us. You can't fuck with us. The interest ain't there. This bitch Cardi sitting up there with ghost-written rhymes from Offset trying to act like it took her a week to do it, but then she said she needed help, and then we switched words around. You can't even keep up with your lie. You can't even keep up with it. Hold on. Let's read some more of this. They forgot to add manifesting. The way y'all lie, please delete this tweet. I got secondhand embarrassment. I think I retweeted that already. Must have downsized to an auditorium. I forgot to update Ticketmaster. Oh shit, I like that. You got that off. Ain't nobody see your tweet. Damn, baby. Let me retweet you. I'm looking for the hoes. Come on, nigga. Come fuck up this hoe. Why lie? Because they fucking liars. And Ebro, let me tell you, when a person lied to you, now if they just lying to you to keep you out their business, but Ebro lied and said that was resale when we can clearly see that it's not. Anytime you're buying a resale ticket, the price is gonna be exorbitantly higher, and they have to tell you that when you seen that some shit, like if you go up there and do it for Beyonce, it's gonna say resale because them shit sold out. Bitch, you ain't sold out. Don't nobody want that. And then let me tell you something. If the tickets took this, make this make sense to yourself. This is why you have to have the tenacity to deal with the audacity. This is why you got to question yourself. If this bitch ain't sold out, who bought tickets at the last minute just to resell them if it ain't sell out? Like, does that make sense to you? Judge Judy taught me this years ago, and I hold on to things that people say for the people who are potent. Not just the people who just talk shit, for people who do commentary, like a lot of like different content creators who I enjoy. Some people I just like to hear what they're saying, but I know that I'm gonna get fed a different type of way when I'm listening to different commentary, right? So what I'm saying is like I take bits and pieces of like things that people say. And one thing Judge Judy said years ago that just is so true. She said, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. And that's what the fuck it is. If it don't make sense, it's not true. That's why you got these bitches going live on Instagram talking about, oh, I wrote this, bringing out a notepad that we can't see anything on it. How the fuck I don't know that you wrote down your mommy duties and shit that you got to get done and shit like that? We don't know what's on that pad. You doing this to gaslight people and let them think like, oh, Cardi is a writer. She's a writer. She's a writer. Well, we know damn well Cardi ain't a seller because this shit is pitiful. It's not good to lie. That ain't potent enough. I ain't gonna retweet that. Like I said, it was gonna sell out. Shut your stupid ass up. Y'all sure about that? These seats by this stage is looking hella available because they don't want to see the bitch like that. I like how you did that. So yeah, let's give them a retweet. That's right, sold out. And they so dumb. Me when I lie. Laughing out loud, the last month for whoever's run this page has been crazy as hell, courtesy of the Barbs. Yeah, we make they ass move. Yeah, everybody was talking shit. Let's go, Barty. A dud. Y'all know we can see the available seats on Ticketmaster, right? Mm-hmm. Why you lying? Because they want to make sure that and Latto, she can't wait to hit that stage because she needs to listen. This whole industry is now turning into it's fraudulent, and I want to let them know that you're setting people up for failure. Because guess what? Latto gonna think that she got one based off of Apple Music. Let me tell you this, just to sprinkle this on you too, right? Apple Music is supposed to be taken as a premium service, so you're paying for it. So depending on how many people have premium services with Spotify or whatever, the streams might weigh higher. But you know, a lot of people get those get accounts with Apple Music. A lot of people get accounts with Apple Music that they don't pay for. They might be like on a trial or whatever the case may be. But Apple Music, they say, weighs a little more because it's a paid service. I don't know anybody who has Spotify and don't pay for it though, because I got a family plan and I have my niece on it. That I always get a family plan because I want to make sure that they can get music or whatever they want to, and I just kind of like add them to it. But yeah, I'm telling you, pay attention to the signs, baby. They boosting that shit, and how Ebro lied. How you do anything is how you do anything. Now, Ebro, you a motherfucking liar across the board. And I was arguing with somebody before on Twitter. Ebro is not black. I don't give a fuck if you're working on a Hot 97 radio station. If you want me to be honest with you, I didn't like Peter Rosenberg or Ebro being up there. I really want people who are hip hop, and not saying that you can't be hip hop, but I don't want the motherfuckers who go to college and take a hip hop or African American class and they think that they can speak on hip hop from their fucking high overview. I don't want that shit. I want somebody who's going to talk that shit. Now, Nori, he's a little annoying at times, but I feel like he would be the perfect person because he's New York. He know the New York culture. You got these niggas, you a fucking fraud trying to boost this bitch up. You a fraud. And you really try to gas niggas and say that this was resale like we fucking stupid. Like we ain't avid concert goers. Like, let me tell you something. When somebody lies to me, it is an insult to my intelligence, you stupid motherfucker. You think you was just going to get that shit off? This is why you just have to train yourself just not to believe people. I'm telling you. That's why you just have to not believe them. Somebody said I forgot all about this shit. I ain't seen nobody talking about it. You deserve a retweet, baby. Ain't nobody see you. Let me retweet you, baby. Let me retweet you. All right. So what happened to the ticket sales are so low? That's why they gonna sell. Now y'all mad. You a dumb hoe. Is she a dumb hoe representative? Dummy. Just a dud that don't know no better. Niggas just gave away the last remaining tickets for free. They ain't even give them out. They still there. Sold out, but you know, them dust. Listen, we ain't gonna read that. After a venue switch, additions to the lineup, price drops to literally $19.95, and a constant promotion on every social media app, y'all finally sold out the night before the show. Congrats. No, and they still didn't show out, baby. So I can't like your comment because, yeah. Yeah, everybody knows. And I'm a sassy chick, and everybody knows, you know, she look nice and good in her clothes. So listen, it's what time? 12:50. I felt like I've done my due diligence in my commentary, and I pretty much said what I wanted to say. I see DeMarcus mom. You said several seats are available. And now these motherfuckers trying to listen. They trying to promote the live stream just so they could get a few quarters off of that. I ain't paying for no motherfucking live stream. I wish I would pay for a live stream to see what. Only reason I would want to see it in case Nicki comes out, because I just feel like Ice Spice, you know, you think Nicki gonna leave Ice Spice hanging with Princess Diana like that? Like, let me know what you think. Do you think Nicki is gonna pop out and give us a Princess Diana performance? Because poor Ice Spice, you know, and this is the energy that I feel. I feel like Cardi B feels some sort of way because Ice Spice, you know, maybe she didn't kiss her ass at the Met Gala, and she feels like, I'm from the Bronx, you from the Bronx, you know, you should have some sort of like loyalty or whatever to me, XYZ, right? And I think that Nicki and Ice Spice interactions have been kind of like quiet because they don't want to give nothing away until it happens. Nicki is like that. She's a surpriser. Like, she's the auntie who's going to come and surprise you and give you everything that you want, but she's just like, nope, you better not say nothing. Don't say nothing. We ain't interacting. I'm pretty sure she was happy to see her collaborate with Taylor Swift. She just didn't give anything. You know what I'm saying? I know that's something that I feel personally. Lord, please don't make me look stupid tomorrow. I know that Ice Spice, she could go out there, you know, just like how she performed at the Rolling Loud. She could go and do her thing or whatever. New York is going to fuck with her because that's, you know, the area. But I really want her to have some friends come out because, you know, Hot 97 is Summer Jam is all about bringing like special people out and stuff like that. Like, you know, like that's what it's about. And you know that they're going to do that. I'm questioning the locks. Oh, see, the locks too. I forgot. Are they still are the locks still on the, give me a second. Give me a second. Oh yeah, the locks. And celebrating 50 years of hip hop with the locks. And Fabio Foreign, he was fucking there last year, and he ain't got no hit this year. Coyle Ray, her ass is lukewarm. They're gonna be girls as players too. They're gonna go up for that, and she gonna try to perform that other shit, and then it's gonna be lukewarm. Lola Ray is gonna do I feel so. You know what? I feel bad for Lola Brooke. And let me tell you this, right? Why it's 475 people here. Please thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. A lot of these bitches didn't need to be signed. A lot of them needed to do more work to be able to be discovered so that you could go more viral, so that you could get that fucking money and show the label why you're worth it. Show them why you worth it. Now Lola Brooke, she in this weird ass place. Nobody don't give a fuck about you could do with this or you could do with that. You could do with this or you could. You wasn't even born when that fucking song came out. Like, why? You living out some dreams from your uncle. Like, babe, I want you to sample I want you to do. That shit is stupid. You should have never did that shit. What Lola needed to do, she needed a girly record. She needed something like, you know, something that was a little softer than that. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. And then she even tried to perform that shit a cappella too. I just want to rough that nigga all the time. You can do the video on the rap. This is finished. I ain't done. Shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, I just feel bad. Like, the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because you're supposed to come into this game to stay. Lola, you looking real strikey outy. You looking like you striking out. Glorilla, you looking real strikey outy too. You might be able to perform tomorrow too for a few more venues. Maybe she got a few more months. By next summer, that shit gonna be dried up. You got to work harder. And her ass really tried to come in. The person who hacked her page only wanted to speak to Nicki and talk about Nicki don't like me because she gave because whatever. Come on, that shit was calculated, and you didn't even apologize. That let me know that you don't have no respect. Let the universe handle that bitch. Let the universe handle her, and that's why she can't recover. Let the universe handle these bitches. I'm telling you, just let the universe handle them. Point blank. Also, let me see. Give me a second. and what they said. Oh yeah, they tweeted. So Nicki Minaj, she's about to be the most streamed female rapper on Spotify as well. Damn, Cardi dropped a new song and she dropped 100K listeners. That's crazy. That is crazy, right? I like this. Let me do this one instead of the Instagram before I leave. All right, so listen, I'm about to get up out of here. I really felt like I said everything I wanted to. We'll see what happens tomorrow with Nicki and see if Nicki pops out or if she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But please, you see the link. Let me do this while I'm right here. Let me go to my YouTube and see if I can see if the link is in the description. So please, I got it. I have it pinned in the comments. If you haven't purchased Pound Town, it's in the description of this video. Please make sure, okay, 209 likes. I'll take that. It's 400 people here. I want 300 fucking likes. I want 300 likes. See, I should be like certain content creators where they make you have to donate or they getting the fuck off. Because I be experiencing certain people, they be like, nope, I don't feel appreciated, this, that. But you think about, but you know what? I ain't even going to get like that because I do enjoy y'all. I like the interaction because I know it's for the greater good of understanding like what the fuck is going on, right? Like I really want to, like tonight, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type up something very simple on my phone and I'm going to transfer it to a Word document and I'm going to find the addresses of just different radio stations. And I just really want to ask them, like, if a song is doing good across the board, it's like, why are y'all not playing this song more? I feel like it's not fair to the artist. And then y'all play the artist music the most who don't even build and have the fan base. It's like you setting these people up for failure. And while the people who are here and they present, you know, we're wondering like, damn, this song has the streams, it has the video views. Why are we getting 50,000 updates? Why are we even losing any radio at all? And then you turn to see Taylor Swift and she's getting blessed with 1 million radio updates. You see Latto, her song ain't even debut on the damn Spotify charts and she got a 300,000 update. No, these are good questions and people should ask that. They should want to know what the fuck is going on because it's not right. Point blank, it's not right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure I do that so at least I can do my part in it. So listen, this is your boy LeBron, Female Rapper League. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Please make sure that you let me know what you think in the comments about anything that we spoke about. And yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. So y'all have a good night. I'm about to play one of my songs and I'm going to get up out of here. But I hope y'all be blessed. I appreciate y'all coming to hang out. It's almost 1 o'clock Central Time. So that means it's almost 2 o'clock in New York. No, I don't want to play a song. I'm up out of here. Be safe. Be blessed. Fuck Chika for disrespecting little kids. It wasn't even about the adult. She disrespected children. Rest in peace to the baby girl who passed away in the Bronx. That was really horrible. I don't like people who mistreat children, who mistreat elderly people, who mistreat women. I meant to say that earlier. I just don't like people who do that. I just don't at all. Like the way that guy across the hall was talking to my neighbor, talking about, bitch, I'll punch you in your face. I see this girl walking. I know that she can't hurt him and she can't hit. Like, why would you want to do that to her? That's why I'm telling you, people are broken. Pay attention to the signs and just remove yourself. Just realize and how you do anything is how you do everything. I don't give a fuck. A lot of the times we be from the hood and it's just like, let me tell you this. And then I'm gonna get up out of here, right? I felt like, and I'm gonna be honest, I felt like sometimes, like even with my brothers, they felt like even just because we came from the hood is that I should be okay with certain things like happening or whatever. And I never was okay with that. And I always kind of got that reputation of you think you better than. I don't think I'm better than. I just operate because my mother told me what is right and what is wrong. I've never been a person who sat out on the block and did shit like that. I told you I gave that to them one night and I got drunk. We was drinking E&J and that let me know I never fuck with E&J again. And I kind of like blacked out and we was all just like freestyling, just doing shit that I probably wouldn't have done like if I wasn't like that. So that was the last time that I did that. But I'm a 9-to-5er, been like that even in my 20s. I go to work, I come home, I do my shit, I travel, I like to do stuff like that. I'm not a block hugger. I don't sit on the block and do that shit. Don't do nothing to me, nothing for me. Sitting out, drinking, smoking weed, doing that. I could smoke weed at home and drink in the comfort of my own home. I'm not a block hugger. I never been like that. My mother ain't raised me like that. But you have some kids, no matter how they were raised, they deviate from that. I didn't. I listened. I always, even though I've done some things that probably upset my mom or I've done things that, she didn't like, but I what they say in church, train up a child in the way it should go, and when they're old, they will not depart from it. I feel like I'm structured. This is why I'm able to be almost 2,000 miles away from home and still be responsible and still be able to take care of myself and to know like what's too much of what, whether it's too much spending money, whether it's too much eating, and it's like you got to cut back and take care of your health. I feel like I have those internal checks in place like for myself. And sometimes I felt like that's why I said like you can be raised with people, and you can all come out the house a different type of way. And then when you're younger, I remember even one time one of my brothers said to me, he's like, oh, you never been to prison, or you never been here. And it was like you wanted to be exalted or glorified because you went to prison. What? That's not a place that I want to go. So I just feel like coming from the hood sometimes, even when you want to be better, sometimes it's like the people will make you think that you're too good, or they want to hold you back because they want you to be like that too. I'm not like that, and I've never been like that. Like, yo, I started smoking weed when I was like 22, 23 years old, because when I was younger in my teens, everybody was smoking weed. And I always said, I don't want to be like them. I used to say that. I don't want to be, I'm not a statistic. Shout out to my friend Kasaya. Rest in peace to her. But yeah, we used to always say that. I used to love her down. Like, yo, when I would tell you when she would be getting in people ass in 9th grade, and she would look at me and she was like, and I ain't none of they average. Yeah, talk that shit. And I ain't none of they average. Yep. Yep. Yeah, rest in peace to her. I love her to death. So anyway, this is your boy LaRon, female rapper league. Please make sure that you subscribe, thumbs up, all of that. I'm up out of here. Peace.